Hello everyone, welcome to our Lynx office in Paris. We are live once again as our usual format now. I have many things to announce. I'm happy to see you. Thank you for following the project, some of you since the beginning. So many things to share. The first one is that I think we need to give you an update on many things, including the shipping. And there were very interesting questions in our community. So most of our community moved to an unofficial Discord server, and I will put you the link in the chat if you want to join this server. And there are many questions that appeared on this chat, and I have some of them here with me, and I will try to answer them because they cover most of our recent activity. So you can see that today I'm doing this live from, once again, from the software level. We have two levels at Lynx, the hardware level and the software level. And apparently this one is more calm, I would say. And if there are any software related questions, I have the best team here with me ready to answer any question. The first question we had was, are there any news on the Lynx R1 controllers, and can we expect them this year? If not, can we expect them next year? So the Lynx R1 controllers, I don't know if you remember, but at some points we wanted to work with the company Finch, and on some of the visuals online you can find them next to our Lynx R1. But we decided a few months ago to completely design our own controllers, and I'm happy to say that they're almost done, and the team is, I would say, finishing the prototyping, and before the end of the year we should move them to production. So you should not expect them this year. Maybe we'll show them this year, but you should expect them in your hands next year. But we are definitely building controllers, because even if our hand tracking is still the best on the market, thanks to Ultralip, I think we also need to deliver controllers for some very specific use case, and some of those use cases include gaming. Is it possible to connect Lynx R1 to a PC with SteamVR with just a cable for uncompressed image quality, similar to PSVR 2 cable? If no, would it be possible to use just a cable for a compressed image stream from PC? And what cable will be required? So I'm happy to share that there are two ways you can use your Lynx R1 with your PC. The first one is through CloudXR, and the second one is through something called ALVR or ALXR. And this project, the latest one is open source, and we demonstrated the use of SteamVR with a cable, with no packet loss and no compression, directly from SteamVR to the headset. So it's completely compatible, and it's plug and play. And you should use a USB-C cable, the best one you can find in your home, or the one you have also in your Lynx R1 box. Because we deliver the headset, we don't deliver it with the charger, but we deliver it with a long USB-C cable that you can use to charge your headset, but also to stream from a PC, for example. The official Lynx documentation for developers seems to be Unity-oriented. Any chance of adding similar docs for Godot and Unreal? So, it's true that most of our developers in the team are Unity-oriented. It's also true that we support OpenXR, so we should be able to support Unreal and Godot and the others that exist as well. The truth is, it's absolutely compatible with Unreal today, for example, and we have been working a bit with Godot thanks to an Ultralip developer. So Godot can also work with Lynx. We haven't tested Godot yet, but we know that we can compile today for Unreal 5 with hand tracking and SIGSDUF, but not AR yet, but it's on its way. And we'll have the documentation later this month. I think this month is going to be dedicated to both shipping and documentation, because we have to do a better job on our documentation. It's been a bit poor in that regard for some time now, and since the headset is out, we are going to feel that, and it's one of the priorities of the team, especially on this floor. I'm one of the last backers. High backer number. Can I expect the headset this year? No. to be honest, if your backer number is above 1,000, you should expect your headset early next year. But this year we will only deliver up to 1,000. Are there still two versions of the VR phase gasket interface, or is there just one version that is large enough to accommodate glasses? So there is only one VR facial interface. Maybe we can find some here. Ah bah attends, peut-être dans cette boîte. Ah bah. Non. Bon, c'est pas grave. Ah bah attends, il y en a une là-bas. So this VR foam pad can accommodate glasses, and we only have one, and there are 4 magnets. It's in this, yeah. There are 4 magnets here, and you can attach it, and it's compatible with glasses and most heads. What's the plan with the store right now? So the App Store. Can you clarify about consumers paying $1,299 for the headset, same as enterprise? Is that true? Does Lynx expect any sort of competition for consumer purchase? So for the store, for the price of the headset itself, the new price of the headset is 1,299 euros or dollars. There are many reasons for that. The first one is that the headset itself is very expensive to build. We don't have the same sales number as the very big companies, so we have to put a price that creates a market reality for us, and that is the best price we could come up with. I understand that the Kickstarter users have made a great deal in that regard, so congrats to you, and we are very happy to deliver you the headsets even at the price. But for the new orders now, the new price will be 1,299. This is the best we can do. We will continue to try to find the best price also for the upcoming versions of the headsets. But I think it's a great price when you look at the people that are buying Lynx R1 today. I would say 30% of them are early adopters, and some of them are developers, which is great. Because we need developers on our platform now. But 70% of the purchases we see are from businesses, because businesses want to get into AR or VR or the two at the same time, but the only offering they have is Meta, which is clearly oriented towards the consumer market and the gaming market, which is great. But for a business, it doesn't make sense to buy a Pico or a Meta, so usually because of data privacy, because of account stuff and all of that. So it makes sense for them to either buy, I guess, something from HTC, from Vario, or from Lynx. And I think we have a very compelling offer for this kind of market. And so that new price also reflects on that. I think it's still a great price, even if you see an increase. That's really the best we can do from a company point of view. There's no excuse there. It's just the best we can do. How is the progress on environmental mesh functionality? So you can use the 6DoF cameras you can use those 2 cameras here to calculate the mesh of the environment. We will probably enable that function before the end of the year. Is it possible to extract point clouds used in 6DoF from the app? It is possible. We are not either through a library or through a service. We will probably open that API endpoint to developers. So not only you get the point cloud, but also you get the descriptors of the 6DoF. So you can do anchors, and we'll probably provide anchors as well using that way. How's the delivery schedule would be after the first batch? So right now we are finishing 2 shipped the first batch. Hopefully by the end of next week we would have shipped everyone included in this batch. And the next batch, from what we know from the factory now and the planning we have, is that it will arrive here in November. And after that, it will restart again in January, and the batches will be closer from each other as time passes. Any update on the Japanese radio certification? I think we either passed this test or it's being passed right now, but it shouldn't be a problem. And we asked specifically Compal, our manufacturer, to pass the Japanese radio certification. And we sent the first devices to Japanese backers last week. And I can see from the orders that we ship a lot of headsets to Japan. I would say most of the orders are from the US, and then it's from Japan. Like 30-40% is from the US. Then we have like 20% just from Japan, which is big. And then it's mainly Europe and everywhere else. Do you think that Unity would be the most prioritized platform for Lynx developers given the current situation? So there was certainly a lot of drama around Unity in the last few days, few weeks. I get that, but yeah, nothing really has changed for our internal applications, like our launcher and most of the apps that are compiled here. We're still using Unity. We are still happy with that. We are certainly following the situation, and thanks to OpenXR, it shouldn't be a problem for a developer to use their favorite 3D engine, their real-time engine, if the engine supports OpenXR, which I expect most of them already do by now. So I'm not telling you go with Unity. I'm telling you just follow OpenXR and use the appropriate SDK from your engine to call the OpenXR compositor function, but everything should be fine with that. Okay. So we have other questions. What part of the Lynx R1 are repairable by the community? Can it be opened and reclosed by phone professional expert without needing of recalibration? So that's with headsets, you shouldn't open any headsets, even other headsets than Lynx R1, because the cameras and IMU are super tightly calibrated, and you should not tamper with that. So you can open it, but if you reclose it, don't expect the tracking to work as good as it was when you had it first. And the Lynx R1 doesn't have anything that you can repair very easily, so we would have a pretty bad score on iFixit. But as you can imagine, we're working on better options for upcoming headsets in the future. As the Quest 3 launch coinciding with the Lynx shipping be beneficial in terms of generating Lynx compatible MR apps from the community, or is the generational difference in the chipsets too great for an easy porting process from Quest 3? That's a good question. I think it's great seeing Meta embracing mixed reality the way we see it at Lynx, and I'm actually very thankful for that, because I think there is a written article in The Information that was published in January 2021 where in which Mark Zuckerberg said to the reporter, and he said it's written there, I don't believe people will like to see reality through a camera. And this is, at the time you have to remember they had many more people working on their smart glass program and all that, their see-through optics. And just like 10 months later, maybe they announced the Quest Pro, which kind of tell you when they understood that the way forward was video see-through and mixed reality with pass-through. I think they understood it from Apple, and because they must have had some intel as well. and they probably understood that from us. I imagine. I like to imagine that. And Quest 3 right now being a great mixed reality device, in the sense of the pass-through is quite high quality like us, and the graphics are great. I think all boats are lifted here, because it will educate the masses to mixed reality in an even better way than what Apple is going to do, when you look at the quantities of, like, the projection of the Quest 3 compared to any other headset on the market. So I'm glad, I'm thankful, and I think it's very beneficial for us, and I expect that it will be even easier for developers to port from Lynx to Quest, or from Quest to Lynx. I'm always advocating for interoperability. OpenXR is the best thing that could happen to smaller players like us. So as long as, you know, Meta is also playing fair, and they do much more compared to Apple, for example, I think it's beneficial for everyone here. Okay, so there are a few other points I need to address before we can move to more questions from the chat. So, you know, with the price change and the unique offering we have today with this 1,299 for Lynx R1, I think it's pretty clear now that our headset is mostly B2B, or for people that understand what we're bringing with this the ecosystem that will respect your privacy. You have to know that the headset that is shipping today is de facto the most open headset on the market, because the bootloader is open. So if you are a backer and you received your headset already, you can check that your bootloader is open, and it is. And we are working on now with partners, but it will be released to a more general audience later, early next year. But we're working on a pipeline where any developer could customize their build. So we have more and more partners and accessory makers that want to access very low-level data from the OS and APIs from the sensors. They can do that with Lynx, sometimes with the library we provide on our website, but sometimes they cannot. They need to recompile the OS, they need to access some system functions, and we want to expose that into in a way where you can patch with your changes, and we compile for you a new OS that you can apply on your device or the devices you have in your company. And this is unique. This is no one is doing that. No one is supporting that, because it's mainly for businesses or people that want to really try new stuff, and we are giving you this capability. So I would say that with this price, you're paying for something more open, an ecosystem that will respect your privacy. But based on the demand we still have at Lynx, I'm still convinced there is a huge market for that. And I think people understand that having the same companies that dominate or try to dominate the mobile market and the attention market play their game in the upcoming mixed reality market, I really don't like that. I'm sure if you're watching that feed, you don't like that either. And this is what we're bringing, and I'm very happy about that. Even as a pure consumer, I'm happy that there are players like Lynx that will bring a competition and a difference there, because it's very, very needed. So the first batch, we had two issues. I would say the first issue was there is some packaging damage on the front part of the headset. It's very small, but it's not up to our standard of quality. And the audio, the microphone array is not working. Hopefully, it's great that we have other audio channels like the jack or the Bluetooth connection. So you can still use something to get your voice in VR. But for people that will receive those headsets, Q1 2024, you will be eligible for a swap. So I would gladly swap your device if you want in the future. But you also have a collection device. So it will be your choice entirely, but just to let you know that if you're not very happy with the device you have, it will be changed. There is an upcoming software update that this team here behind me is actually packaging and will be ready by October 20 for those kind of days, where we have a better charging behavior of the headset, which is one of the pain points we have today, is that when you're charging, the headset is still on and consuming a lot of power, so it's either very slow to charge or you cannot charge at all if you don't have the right charger. So we have a new mode where when you turn it off, while it's charging, it will continue to charge, and that will be much better. And we'll provide updates later on with the LED signal that it's charging and better visual in the headsets to signal to the user that the headset, like the headset's mode. If you have any issue with your order or with your headset or question for us, please use our new website. So we have a new website. Like, it's not really new, but please use our portal website. I'm putting the link again in the chat. There is so that's the main website, but you can find the support here. It's very minimal today, but this website will sort of serve as our main infrastructure to track the orders, to manage our inventory, follow our support in a much lean way. The transparent version, I told you about that. There were manufacturing delays linked to the transparency and the camera and infrared light that refracted in the faceplate. It will be, so for backers that want a faster delivery, they can switch to a standard edition. Please let us know either through the portal website or through email. No problem about that. Okay. We will reimburse the backers that ordered a travel case. It's not on our roadmap because we have to focus on Lynx One and the few other projects we have, and the travel case doesn't fit in there. If you have a change of address, you can use a Google form. I'm going to put in the chat the link. So use this link to change your delivery address. If your delivery address that you gave Kickstarter changed, this way we can update our tables so your headset is delivered at the right address. Okay, so that's it for what I wanted to tell you. Then I'm going to switch to the questions. Do you have to pay extra for the glasses add-on? You don't have to pay. You don't have to pay anything for that. It's in the box. Where might I find details about the warranty, return policy, and order fulfillment cancellation process? This will be on our portal website in the documentation. We will also put the certification that the headset went through on the getting started pages in the documentation section of the website. Regarding possible Lynx development conferences, would you give an approximate time frame and likely location? Time frame is not before the end of the year. We will be at different events, but to create our own event, we have to finish a bunch of stuff before. I think the main one is finish our fundraising, which is taking still most of my time. But once we have that behind us, hopefully before the end of the year, we can look at expanding the community and giving more resources to the developer and the Lynx community in a way where we can create an event, we can create hackathons and participate in more community discussions. Should we expect any kind of stuttering or sluggishness with the initial firmware? I don't think so. I think I'm quite happy with the software as it is today. You might find some cases where you need to restart your headset if you really lose the tracking, or if you use the power button to shut down the displays when you're charging it and you want to put it on your head again. There might be some cases where you will want to reboot, but otherwise it's pretty stable. I mean, I'm biased because when we started, nothing was working. You had to reboot all the time. It was terrible. There isn't that today, I think, and the team behind me did a great job about that. So you should not expect sluggishness. If you see some jitter or some the experience getting slow or the frame rate getting really bad, it either means that you need to charge your headset, or you need to reboot it for some reasons. That's the only thing I would say about that. Will the pre-orders be shipped early next year or later? We are shipping some pre-orders right now along the Kickstarter's backers, and we are prioritizing the first Kickstarters, and then we are putting in some of the pre-orders as well. Is there still ongoing work for night tracking module for the R1? There are discussions. They are like philosophical questions, mainly for upcoming headsets, but for the R1, it's I don't have a clear answer to give you. There are discussions with suppliers, but it's nothing you can announce yet. Nothing I'm ready to share. I don't want to give expectations, so I'm not going to share anything today about eye tracking. What can the Lynx R1 do that the Quest 3 cannot do? That's a good question. I think the Quest 3, they don't have the peripheral vision that we have. So, for anything mixed reality like AR, MR, anything in the Quest 3 might appear better from the imagery, from the visuals that you get in the headset. But not having your peripheral vision is still a huge limitation in a way where you cannot walk with the headset without feeling dizzy, or you cannot run with the headset. There are things, everything you would do in a Quest 3 would be slower. Like if I put someone with a Quest 3 next to someone with a Lynx R1, I would expect the guy with the Quest 3 to be much slower, because of the proprioception that you don't have compared to the Lynx R1. So there is that from the peripheral vision. I think you can wear your Lynx R1 longer, and you're going to hear more about that at the end of October for sure. But you can wear it longer, because the Quest 3, I think, even if it's thinner, you have most of the weight on your facial structure, and it's really bad for the neck and your face. And I told the team this morning that I think when you look at pictures of people wearing headsets like that in conferences or from friends, you often see what I call the VR sad face, because it rests on your facial structure. People wearing headsets that push on the face really often have a sad face. They're like this. And you. I don't know if you noticed the same or if I'm crazy, but it weighs on your cheeks here, and it's very hard to smile. And that's something I see more on people smiling. I see more people smiling in Lynx R1 for sure. Something that you cannot do. I think from a developer perspective, there are things you are not able to do with a Quest 3 that you really want to do, like the camera access, like working with Vuforia, working with image, computer vision and all that. That is a huge limitation as well. So yeah, I can say that as well. what about those that pledged for the glass compatible? Well, the good thing is that, you know, we don't have a, like all of them are glass compatible, so we'll look at that to find a way to compensate for if you pledge for something that is already included now. And what are the plans for the device store? So this is a huge area of work for us this month. We plan to finish the store this month for the applications. It's a huge undertaking. It's the, you know, it has to be secure, it has to be distributed, it has to be reliable, it has to be easy to use. It's, you know, it's there is a lot of infrastructure behind that, but it's you know, it's going to be. We are going to share with developers the interface this month, so they can upload, they can start uploading their work on the platform, and we can start beta testing the store. But it's definitely coming, and it's really exciting, you know, because this is the real ecosystem. This is, you know, the store. You know, besides that, you don't really have anything. You have a cool headset, but if you cannot do anything with it, then, you know, there is really no point. So that is exciting for us, and we are putting some resources on that to finish it this month. Okay, I think we are at the end of it. A good 35 minutes. I think we don't have anything else. Are we good? Okay. So thanks for joining. We will share more. You will hear more about us this month. We'll try to share more online on Twitter. Andrea is taking back the Twitter handle for the official brand. So there is like my personal Twitter, but she'll do a better job than me about sharing what we do with the company handle. There is also the LinkedIn, and there. Yeah, I'll probably try to give an update very soon as well, because there are many things happening. And we will participate in ITSEC, which is a show in Orlando at the end of November. And we will probably be at CES in some capacity this year if you want to meet us there. In the meantime, feel free to reach out. Either email me. I receive tons of email, but maybe use the portal. It will be better because it will be seen directly by everyone in the team. But yeah, if you want to also help in any way, feel free to reach out. It's really great to see this company grow and us shipping now. It's really exciting. I'm really thankful for the constructive feedback. I'm really sorry about some of you that are still waiting for their headset to be delivered because it's in the US customs or somewhere where the package is taking more time than it should be. We're following all that very closely, but it's super exciting, and thank you all for waiting and believing in what we do. I hope to see you soon, either in real life or through the chats on the Discord, even if I don't really have enough time to answer, but I try to read everything. And most of the team is pretty much involved in with the community, so yeah, feel free to share anything you want with us. There are very exciting things ahead now that the device is there. Thank you, and have a good day, good night, or a good week, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.